Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rohit Khurana, host of Intellect, and today we have with us the Nokia 7.2, and in this video we are going to quickly unbox this and give you a quick first hands-on experience of this. We'll also tell you our first impressions and whether you should buy it or not. Is it a good value for money? It has been launched at 18.6 or 18,600 rupees in India, and it comes with some interesting features. So I'm just gonna talk about all these features and give you a quick hands-on overview. Before I show you the phone, let me quickly run you through the features of this phone. It comes with a 6.3 inches FHD plus pure view display, which means it's an HDR plus display. It has Zeiss optics, 48 plus 8 plus 5 megapixel triple rear camera and a 20 megapixel front facing camera, dedicated Google Assistant button, a Snapdragon 660 processor, and it comes in two variants. There is a variant with 4GB RAM and one variant with 6GB RAM. And the 4GB RAM variant is at 18.6 thousand rupees or 18,600, whereas the 6GB variant is at 19,600. So there are two different variants to choose from, and this is how the phone looks. This plastic wrapper does look upside down, so let me quickly remove this. And here is the phone. This is the Nokia 7.2. I'll come back to the phone, but before that let me show you what else is there in the box. Here you have a SIM ejector pin. Apart from that, some documentation is there, and there is one more box here which has the remaining accessories. So here we have three things: a wall charger, and this one is 5 volt and 2 ampere when it comes to current rating, a 10 watt charger with the approximately 18,000 19,000 rupees phone. That is a disappointment. And here you have a USB to type C cable, and you have the standard Nokia earphones. They look average in quality at best. So let me get rid of everything and get back to the phone. While there are not many impressive accessories in the box, at least the phone does look quite impressive in terms of build. And Nokia phones are known for their good build and construction quality. It uses a frosted glass finish at the back, and there is Gorilla Glass 3 at the front. I don't know why there is Gorilla Glass 3 and not the newer ones. Probably it is by choice that they have gone for Gorilla Glass 3 and not the newer ones. The sides are metal and feel very solid. Here you have the power wake up key, which also comes with an inbuilt LED notification light. And here you have the volume rocker. On top is the 3.5mm audio port and secondary mic hole. And on this side you have the SIM card tray. Let me quickly pop it open and show you the SIM configuration. And you have a triple card slot, which means that you can expand the memory. It has 64GB of internal memory, and you can put two SIM cards and still expand the memory, which is a good thing. And here you have a dedicated Google Assistant button on the left hand side of the phone, which is a good thing. On the bottom is the Type C charging port. There are speaker grills and primary microphone hole. On the rear you have Nokia branding, a fingerprint scanner, a Zeiss optic triple camera setup with 48 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel depth sensor. And the fourth dot that you see here is the LED flash. And on the front there is a 20 megapixel front facing camera, which is in the notch here above the display. And here you have the standard earpiece, and on the bottom there is a considerably sized chin with Nokia branding at the bottom. So let me quickly set this phone up and get back with more details. And we are back after quickly setting up the phone, and this is how the display looks. This is a 6.3 inch display. This phone comes with fingerprint scanner. There's also face unlock here on the offer. So let me demonstrate the face unlock here. So as soon as I look at the phone, it unlocks. It takes about half a second to 1 second to unlock this, which is not very slow, but it is not very fast by today's standards. And the fingerprint scanner also works pretty okay. It's not the fastest that we have seen, but it is not the slowest as well. There is stock Android experience here, and it comes with 48 megapixel rear facing primary camera. So let me quickly show you the camera experience first, and then we'll talk about the performance and other features of this phone. So let's fire up the camera. It has artificial intelligence as it is detecting that this is an indoor light, and it is, changing between these modes. If I go back to the standard mode, you can switch here to the portrait by clicking here, and it shows you a quick tutorial. So the camera UI seems quite slick and easy, and there is also a pro mode which gives you a lot of controls. So let's just go to the pro mode. Here you can control the ISO, focus, white balance, shutter speed, exposure, etc. So you got some controls over here. There's also a dedicated night mode here. Let's check out the selfie camera, which is the 20 megapixel front facing camera, and find out how good it clicks when it comes to taking selfies. Let's try a portrait as well. The Pro mode also shows up on the front facing camera, which is interesting, and it is letting you change the white balance, ISO, the shutter speed, and the exposure on the front facing camera as well, which is very interesting. So let's see how the pictures have come out. So these are the shots that we have taken. This is the first shot, 48 megapixel shot that we have taken. Basically it must be saving it in the 12 megapixel like all other phones do. So let me confirm that. Let's just go to info, and you can see that this is a 12 megapixel shot. So just like other cameras, it is also using pixel binning, where it combines 4 pixels into one, and the clarity of the picture is really superb. I really like the way it is clicking. This is the ultra wide. You can see the change in perspective from the main camera to the wide camera, and this is the portrait mode, where the background has been even more blurred compared to the first shot. This is the natural depth of field, where the background object is slightly blurred, but when you go for the portrait, it blurs it even more, which is quite interesting. And there's also a portrait editor which has been provided here, just like what we have seen on some of the Samsung phones, where you can change the blur level, or you can give it a special blur effect in the background. So that is cool. Let's go back and see the selfies. This is the first selfie that has been taken in normal mode. Again, the clarity here is commendable. There is great detailing that it is saving, and there is no pixelation or breaking of pixels. The picture has a lot of clarity and very natural tones, and this is the portrait effect selfie. And here you can see the background, and the planes which are not in the plane of the face have been slightly blurred out. For example, the curtains in the background, and the tiles on the ceiling, and the fan which is partially visible here, they are all very nicely blurred out. So you have a very good camera performance over here. Let's talk about the general performance. This comes with a Snapdragon 660 processor, which is definitely not the top of the line when it comes to phones in this price segment. You have got better processors in phones which have higher performance. So this phone may not be the absolute best value for money when it comes to buying it as a gaming device, but in terms of cameras, it's doing a great job, and in terms of build, I'm really impressed. It feels quite solid and sturdy in hand. Some unique elements like this dedicated Google Assistant button, and this LED notification which is built into the power key on this phone. So these are some of the nice touches that this phone has. A slight downside is that the battery size is 3500 mAh, whereas most of the phones these days are offering 4000 and upwards of battery size, especially in this price segment. So that is a small letdown. Gorilla Glass 3 instead of Gorilla Glass 5 or 6, that is also a slight disappointment. I don't know why Nokia chose to do it. Maybe supply thing, or maybe a conscious decision, because Gorilla Glass 3 is probably better in certain aspects, maybe when it comes to scratch resistance. By the way, the 10-watt charger in the box is also a slight disappointment, because most phones in the price segment are now including faster chargers. At least 15 to 18-watt chargers are there with many of the phones. So that is also another small disappointment. Overall, I quite like this phone, and it is definitely on the expensive side. If you're looking for absolute value for money, this is not the phone to go with. But if you are a fan of Nokia's build, if you appreciate stock Android software, and if you are looking for something which comes with excellent cameras, you can definitely consider the Nokia 7.2. This is all we have on this video. If you enjoyed watching it, give us a thumbs up by pressing the like button below, and for more such videos, stay subscribed, press the bell icon for latest video updates. This is your host Rohit Khurana signing off. Thanks for watching.